Baby, wine if you want to. Take your time.
What's popping, guys? Oh my gosh, I'm super lit right now. You guys have no idea. Today, if you don't know, it is Tea Tuesdays, my first ever Tea Tuesday, so I'm super excited. If you are new to my channel, what I do on Tuesdays is I ask you guys to send me in some questions. So it's like a Q&A. You send me some questions that I read over and I'm willing to answer. It honestly can be about anything, whether it's friendship, relationship, or just life in general, parenting, motherhood, just anything. So I'm super excited to start day one of Tea Tuesday. So let me just actually go in my email. It's so funny because some of you guys emailed me like today, but I already picked questions from 2 girls. Actually, one girl sent me 3 questions and the other one sent me 1. So I'm just gonna go along with that right now. So let me open up the first question. So this question is from Natalie. Hi, Natalie. It does say, hey, Khadisha, I started watching you recently and I can honestly say you're so inspiring. Tear. You got a new sub. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it, Natalie. It says, I love watching YouTube videos and was debating starting a channel myself. How do you juggle motherhood and being a YouTuber? Oh, that's a really good question, Natalie. Can I call you Nat? I feel like we're friends. So, honestly, how do I juggle motherhood and being a YouTuber? Well, my son comes first with anything. So he's number one. He's my priority. YouTube is just like my hobby. So how I really juggle it is, honestly, I have everything scheduled. On my channel right now, you'll see that it says I upload every Sunday and Wednesday, but I've recently been uploading more than that. So I honestly attend to my son, whatever it is that he has that needs to get done, like homework, reading, anything like that, we get that done first because he does come first. So normally when he goes to school, I'll film, and when he comes home from school, then it's all about him. So I attend to his needs and whatnot. I do suggest, if you do decide that you want to do this whole YouTube thing, I do suggest you pick certain days. Like Sundays and Wednesdays are perfect days for me. I know a lot of people are really good with weekends because a lot of people don't really work on weekends. So you do have that all, you know, open. So I would say even like choosing a weekend would be perfect because YouTube is very time consuming. Editing takes, depending how long your video is, maybe sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours. So it really does depend. You really need to have that time, right? And you also need to have that time for your child. Another way that I am able to juggle this is I get my son involved. If you watch any previous videos, my son is pretty much in all of them. He loves the camera. Kids love the camera. So I think that would be another good thing if you're okay with your child being on camera and being on the internet. Because YouTube is a very big platform. A lot of people will see your kids and you kind of just have to be okay with that if it's something that you want to do. But yeah, I get my son involved and I think getting your child involved is a really good thing. Again, they love the camera. So, you know what I mean? That's another way of juggling it as well. But again, I definitely think just schedule it, find days that are perfect for you and that you can really invest time into this because YouTube is time consuming again. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much all I have to answer your question, but thank you so much, Natalie, for sending that question. That was awesome. The next question, so this is from a girl named Rachel. She actually sent 3 questions, which is cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read her email. So it says, firstly, I just want to say congrats and good luck. Like, look how long it is. I actually had to email her back because I wanted to make sure I understood what she was asking. So it says, firstly, I just want to say congrats and good luck for tomorrow, God willing, on your first ever Tea Tuesday. Thank you so much. It says, ooh, ask you anything. It's cool if you only answer one, but I'll throw you a few. So her first question is, if you're seeing a guy and he has loads of sexy pics, for example, he's naked but covering his private area with a towel, showing off abs while biting his lips. She went so in depth with that. While biting his lips, would you assume he's a player and instantly cut him off? Okay, so I just wanted to understand, like, what was he doing with these pictures? Like, you know, I had to ask, like, were they going on social media, or were they just in his camera roll? And then she said both, pics in his camera and pics in his phone and on social media. Seeing it in his phone, would you feel that he's messaging it to a lot of girls? Also posting it on social media, and then seeing girls' comments on the picture. And then she goes, well, let's just say it goes down in the DM. I can't wait to hear, I can't wait for you to spill the tea tomorrow. So how I feel about that. Okay, Rachel, so to answer that question, if you are talking to a guy and he does have a lot of pics in his phone, okay, you know what I mean? But if he has it on social media, like those sexy pics on social media, then, and you see all these comments from girls and whatnot on there, then, I mean, you kind of have to look at it like, okay, if you talk to him, this is what you're getting yourself involved with, and that's where it's gonna be up to you. But you did use the word assume, and I'm just gonna tell you, don't ever assume anything. Assumption is like the #1 killer in relationships, friendships, and just life in general. It really is. So I would say definitely ask. If you see this, just be like, okay, so why do you have all these pictures? Like, are you sending them out to girls or whatever the case is? You know what I mean? Just ask and see what his answer is. If you feel like his answer is not truthful, then cut him off, I would say, because then you're always gonna live with that in your head. Well, I wonder if he's sending these pictures to you. You're just gonna always assume, like you said, and you're always gonna have that in the back of your head, right? So I would definitely say you have to go with your gut feeling, especially if you're seeing it on YouTube, on YouTube, especially if you're seeing it on social media like Instagram or anything of that sort. I would definitely say, because girls are thirsty, yes they parched, so I would definitely say, I would just say don't get involved. If that's what you're seeing and you know yourself, you can't deal with that and you can't handle that, I will say don't get involved at all. Just because some people really just can't live with stuff like that, you know what I mean? And if you're automatically gonna think he's a player, like, because of the comments and because of the pictures, just don't do it. If you feel like you can handle it, you can deal with it, go ahead, be my guest. But I personally, I would not get involved with somebody like that, because again, you're always gonna have that in the back of your head, right? So I would just say keep it moving, stay friends, you know what I mean? If somebody's really serious about you, you just gotta tell them how you feel, and if they wanna change it, they change it. If not, it is what it is, life goes on. So, you know, you just gotta pretty much just go with your gut feeling. Okay, I hope I answered that question. I really don't know if I did. Okay, so your next question is, if a close girlfriend of yours introduces you to her other girlfriend and you guys all hang out, and later on you discover you're talking to that friend's ex-boyfriend, do you think it's okay to continue to see him? Wow, that's a really good question. Ooh. I would say yes. I personally think yes, it would be okay to still see him. If this is your friend's ex-boyfriend, bro, that's down the line. Like, if you guys aren't friends, it's your friend's ex-boyfriend, I would definitely say still talk to him. Unless your friend is like, girl, no, he's like not a good guy, this is what he did to my friend, then girl, listen to your friend, okay? But if this is something where, like, you know what I mean, like he's a good guy or whatever, and you just find out that, oh my gosh, that's my friend's ex-man, I would definitely say still talk to him. If you and that if you and that girl aren't friends, then I really don't see the problem. I personally don't, but here's the thing, it's kind of like sketchy, because if you guys start hanging out, you and that girl are gonna become friends, right? So it's kind of like, if you guys become friends, then definitely don't talk to him. Like, I wouldn't talk to him, if you know what I mean, if you and that girl become friends, because then it's gonna be awkward and it's gonna be weird. But I definitely think, like, if this is somebody like you've been talking to like for a while and you're just finding out, and then you and that girl start talking, getting close, I would just say don't get closer at all. No offense, but like, it's kind of like, if that's somebody that you want to be with, then definitely be with him, you know what I mean? But again, if you guys do become friends, don't talk to him at all, because it's just gonna be awkward. You know, if you guys all go out and you want to bring him and she's there, and it's just awkward. You don't want to get yourself involved in that kind of stuff. But just to simply answer it, yes, I do think it's okay to continue to talk to him if you and her are not friends. If you guys are friends or do become friends, then I don't think you should talk to him at all. That's just how I feel. So that was answering your second question. And then your last question is, what are some great ways that you keep organized and balancing all that you do? Okay, so that's almost similar to Natalie's question. But again, I keep a schedule for everything because I'm a very forgetful person. Like, I don't remember anything. I don't know what I did yesterday. So it's pretty much like, for me, I just have to schedule everything down. I have to write it down, put an alarm on my phone if need be, whether it's for, you know, paying my car note or paying other bills, you know what I mean? Making sure my son gets his homework done, like just stuff like that. Like, I always, like, I have everything scheduled out. So from when I wake up to when I go to bed, I know exactly what's happening each day at exactly what time. That's really how I stay organized, because girl, I used to be so, oh my gosh, I used to be so all over the place, and it was horrible. And just balancing life, you gotta just take it one day at a time, honestly. That's the only way somebody can really balance life. There's no, life is not written. Like, you don't have a, you know what I mean? Like, there's no book that you can be like, okay, this is what's gonna happen tomorrow, and da-da-da-da. You just have a schedule, and you just have to go with whatever it is that's happening that day. That's honestly how I balance things. And yeah, like, prioritize. But that's really how I balance things, to answer your last question. I just want to say thank you so much, Rachel and Natalie, for sending in your questions. If you guys have questions, send it to khadishalee@gmail.com. I will answer those questions in the next Tea Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. And if you're new to my channel and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. See you guys in the next video. Bye.
I know you want to fuck with a young nigga, yeah. I know that you want to wind up your body if you want to. Take your time.